They say USA on the front of them.
Is that plastic?
Yeah, dude. It's like a visor.
You look
There's
like
a
that.
guy, not Clay, on
You look
TikTok.
like you would be like
Yeah.
selling some fireworks on the
And
side of the road
he
somewhere.
like does those like really shitty duets with people.
Yes, dude. Have you? I saved one of it. Did you see the like if the cop dispatcher was like a bro? Have you seen
Yeah.
that one?
Maybe not that
He's
one.
like
Maybe not that one.
he's like 911. What's your emerge? It's so fucking funny. Oh my gosh. Well,
Do I still sound the same? This is really random.
yeah, you still sound good.
I think you sound good.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of Failure at its Finest Hour.
In full studio quality.
Three out of the four. Bees is not here yet. Hopefully he does join for this episode.
In a world where half of the podcast members have real microphones.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we still sound great. That's good. And I just wanted to start it off. I know we said it way too many times in the last episode, but shout out to the YouTube. I had people texting me like all week. Shout out to the YouTube. I want to go back and either make a video,
It's
a compilation of
full
shout out to the
edit.
YouTube, shout out to the shout out to the YouTube, shout out to the every time I say it.
And there's like the one random one that's like, make sure you check out our YouTube.
Yeah. Or I just want to make a counter and just
and then
maybe
have it in the corner.
yep, ding, ding, every time I say it, because my gosh, listening back to that,
We
it was
could probably
hilarious.
Record this from Twitch, right? For the YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube.
Yeah, and we can go live on YouTube as
'Cause
well.
then
So
you
if
can
we
do all
ever,
is there what program is that where you use all the? Anyways, listeners don't care about this.
yeah.
No, they don't.
But anyways, honestly though, shout out to the YouTube because we did
Take a
numbers.
drink.
For us at least, you know, our YouTube videos were going from anywhere to like 10 to 20 views, but we had an excellent week for YouTube on that video, surpassing over like 110 views. So if you'd go to our YouTube, thank you very much. And other people of course listen on all your favorite podcast platforms, but it was a very fun episode and we were thinking, by golly, how do we follow up from that? You know, because obviously every time we record this, we can't just get blitzed, you know. So
we could try.
And we were busy this weekend. I was busy. Aaron was busy. And speaking of being busy, congratulations to Aaron for making it to level 30.
Oh man.
You know, it is crazy to think that you're 30. And I know that maybe there's times that you feel like you're 30, like when you have your Tums dispenser on your hip and your antacid in your shirt pocket in the front there. But
just having a front pocket on your shirt.
doesn't it?
They're fucking convenient.
They are.
Yeah. Do you like part of you just you're just confused that you're 30? Do you feel 30?
I mean, it's just like, I woke up yesterday on my official 30th. I had a little get together on Saturday, but when I woke up, I was like, you know,
Water.
I don't feel
Can of corn, I'll be eyed.
Can of corn.
Can of corn.
I don't know. I started to. So here's the thing. I have to kind of backtrack a little bit. Part of my 30th birthday party on Saturday was that Amelie did a surprise thing, and she had me do the Hot Ones challenge. Shout out to the YouTube if you guys don't know what Hot Ones are. But so there's 5 different wings, 5 different questions. And so I ate some really like nuclear, like car battery acid hot sauce. And so the morning of my actual birthday, which was Sunday, it was me in the bathroom. And so I didn't have time to like have a panic attack about being 30, but because I was so distracted by the hot sauce.
The lava coming out of your fucking ass.
I forgot those rules don't apply where I have to take a drink.
Right. We can talk all the poop we want.
Poop. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I didn't have time to think about it. You know, I thought about I'll probably still do like at the end of this week some like sappy Facebook posts like 30, I made it.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the YouTube for helping me out, like that sort of thing. But
because I don't know. I feel like even like for myself, like I'm 26, but I don't like even physically, like I don't really feel like I'm, obviously some people are gonna be like 26, that's really young, but getting up there, next year next year I'll be 27. And I don't
No.
know. I just kind of 30 is, I feel like this happens every year when people say like 30 is the new 20, or 40 is the
Yeah.
new 30, 50 is the new 30.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like it sucks getting older, but I know I'm never gonna change how I am. Obviously, if it becomes a problem for some relationships, like if my wife's like, all right, it's time to grow up, then I'm like, okay, maybe I should look in the mirror a little bit. But I mean, the more I go up, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to believe that I'm young at heart, because I know that it's for some situations having that mindset isn't the greatest. I
Mhm.
am mature, when I want to be, I can
Yeah.
be, but I don't care if I'm, 30, 40. I'm going to be talking about the hemorrhoids I got, which I got double hemorrhoids now. I got
Shut up.
the 2 for 1. Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Really?
I got an
You get the
external and
twofer?
an internal,
Oh.
because
Yeah.
it was a brutal weekend. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I know you had a great
You weren't helping.
celebration and like the brews were coming down, but I mean, if you want to, I guess I'll just, my brother Nick, who was on the episode or on the podcast, who listens to every episode, he got married this past weekend. So congratulations to him and Ani.
Yes.
It
Congrats, Nick.
was an awesome weekend. I mean, it was great. It was really small. It was just the two families, just vibing all weekend. But we had it, or they had it in Marquette, so it was great for Molly and I. Didn't have to travel, just like a couple miles, down 41. We stayed at the Landmark, which we got the penthouse suite at the Landmark, which was awesome, bigger than Molly and I's house. Um, so that was a lot of fun. Tried to catch some ghosts there because, of course, it is haunted. But drank a lot of beer, ate a lot of food. From Thursday until yesterday, just straight beer and like
Yeah.
takeout food.
So
So it
what'd
was
what'd you
just
guys do for like the dinner? Like you guys just hit the drive through in like a
so,
cargo van? Just got
yeah, we
everybody
ordered a
at the
limo
BK
and
lounge.
just no. Thursday they had the rehearsal dinner at Iron Bay, which was really good. But I will say and ruin it, because I feel like Nick should know, but we were there. We ordered appetizers to start and drinks. So they came out. We had artichoke, dip and, some bread. And thankfully, our side of the table, which was me, my mom, Oliver, Luke, and my dad takes a dip of his bread into the artichoke dip, and
Oh no.
he starts chewing. And I didn't see him chewing, but all of a sudden I kind of look over and my dad is like making this face and he has something in his hand. And we
Oh
have not told Nick this
no.
yet. And I'm
Oh,
sure Ani and Nick will both be listening to this and this will be news to them. So I do apologize to my mom, but they need to know, Mom. No one was harmed in this. Everything else the rest of the night was fantastic, was delicious. But my dad, there was a fucking rubber band in his spinach and
oh
artichoke dip.
yeah.
And
You don't
obviously,
have that on
like
the
when
big
there's
jobs.
hair and stuff in your food, like
Yeah.
that's gross and
Hair.
that's
I'm
sick.
not eating for a week if there's a hair in my food. Forget
But a
it, dude.
fucking rubber band, that's dangerous as hell, dude.
Oh yeah, for like
And
a
my
child or
dad, I'm
something.
surprised he caught it. He wasn't like, oh, that's a rubbery piece, But he spit it out and it was a fucking rubber band. So my mom politely went over to like the manager. She didn't do it. She didn't pull a Karen, which, in this situation, she kind of had to do what she did. But nonchalantly, she went to the manager and was just like, I found this in, our spinach and artichoke dip. The guy was like, oh, don't worry, okay, we'll take that back. We'll give you a new one or whatever. And I'm pretty
Another
sure
rubber
that
band in the next one.
I'm pretty sure,
Plot
yeah, there was
twist.
2 rubber bands in the
Two
next
rubber-
one. I just, no, but
Doubling down.
so then at the end of the night, Nick was paying the bill and he was like, wow, he's like, Mom, did you pay for some of this? She's like, no. And he's like, this is a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So I don't know if the guy like took all the apps off
Yeah.
the thing or what, but
Well, I fucking hope so. There was a rubber band in them.
not a good
Either-
look for a rubber band. Like, how the fuck does
Yeah.
that make it like inside? I could see if it was like on top of it, but my dad
Come
and
on.
our side of the table had gotten deep into that fucker, so it was like in the middle.
Just
Dude.
pure rubber bands. All those artichokes were just
Funny you say that. I was eating fucking potato salad one time. I don't even remember where I was, but
Was there a salad in it?
funny.
Nice.
No, there was a fucking plastic bag.
Like a Walmart. Like
Well,
a
no,
Walmart
no.
kinda-
Like I don't know if it was like a plastic bag or like the plastic wrap. You know, the cover your cover food with. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but it was
cellophane, or, yeah,
like it was
saran wrap.
plastic, saran wrap.
The sarin wrap.
It was fucking disgusting.
So, anyways, the dinner
Oh,
went
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
We just went out. Though I'm just trying to gotta fly through this, man. I got some work to do after this. But so the wedding was Friday and it was awesome. It was on the beach, like secluded, like there was no one there. It was on like off of a trail in Marquette, but like thankfully no one, Nick was just like, God damn it, like a bunch of hikers. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But no one
You guys getting married?
no one interrupted. It was awesome. Luke was the guy. Luke was the the guy who married them.
Oh, he was the official.
He was
really.
He was the official. Yeah,
dude.
Officiant. I don't know.
Yeah, officiator.
Aficionado.
Yeah, but he did a great job. It was awesome. He did a fantastic job.
That's pretty rad. How did he do? Do you have to go to class to get that?
Yeah,
license?
you take like a 5-minute thing.
Bullshit online thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We were making jokes
I
like, you got to go to
never-
the missionary
took it-
after.
I never
That'd be
took your
sick.
brother for like a small wedding type like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
Me
it
neither.
was
I thought they were gonna have like a big wedding.
it was
Mhm.
it was perfect. It was awesome, especially on the beach. Like
That's
it was a
good,
beautiful,
man.
beautiful day. Nick has the worst luck with the weather, but he lucked out on his wedding day because like the day before it was like hurricane winds, and he's like, of course.
Yeah.
The one time I come here, but it was beautiful because then the next day after on Saturday, but on Saturday it was shitty too, like rainy, windy, so they really lucked out for Friday.
Wow.
But yeah, then after that we ate at the Elizabeth's Chop House. It's a really fancy restaurant in Marquette.
Just a spread, like what did you get? Like a dinner spread or like?
Yeah, there's steak and seafood and like there's
Mhm.
pasta, but most everybody I think just got like steaks. It was delicious.
So it
chicken
wasn't-
tenders, please.
They hooked it up like everybody got their own. It wasn't just like a baking sheet full of
No,
steaks.
no,
It wasn't
yeah.
catered steaks.
15
Oh,
ribeyes.
nice.
But they had this appetizer with bacon that hung from like clips on this
Interesting.
thing, and they
candy bacon.
they like roasted it. Yeah, they had like this
Mm.
fire torch gun, and they were like going up and down on the bacon. It was fucking wild. But I actually, so it was so funny. They had really good beer there too, but like everyone
Nice.
ordered wine and stuff, and I was trying to think like, how could I just be a piece of shit here? So I ordered onion rings for my side.
Oh
And
my god.
everyone was eating, and I was like,
Dirtbag.
I was eating the onion. I was like, I like said it out loud to everybody because there was only like 12 of us total.
Yeah.
I was like, these onion rings are so good.
Orders
Damn,
of
dude.
deep fried mushrooms and
Yeah, dude. You should have
fried
just got
pickles at a steak
tendies.
joint. Yeah.
Tendies and ranch with
Can
a
I get
bowl of
some
mac
onion
and
rings
cheese.
and a bush light, please?
Ordered ranch with your steak.
Got any zingers? Frozen Jack's pizza.
Can I
So
get
then
a grilled cheese?
we went back to the hotel, and there was a jazz duo on the top floor. And I don't know if you got the snaps,
Shredding.
but the fucking drummer looked just like Kipes.
Yeah.
And I have a
it's-
video of Luke and I at the table, and I'm like, let's go, Kipes. Good job, Kipes. Come on now.
Kipes on the skins.
It was
dude.
hilarious. But bringing back now to the landmark. So I was gonna read off a couple of stories. Because Chris, I was so tempted to send some pictures to your mom because I know she like is obsessed with hauntings and stuff.
Pictures of what, dude?
But there was some stories. So we were on the 6th floor, and on the 6th
Yeah.
floor at the landmark, in room 604, it's called the Lilac Room. And I
Okay.
guess because the landmark's super old. It was built in like the early 1900s, and it first opened, I think, in 1917 or something like that. But there's a story that there was a girl who stayed there that met a seaman, a Lake Superior seaman, and they fell in love or whatever, and then the guy went out to sail one last time, and the ship sank in Superior. So she unfortunately hung herself in that room, and she was
Oof.
wearing a lilac colored dress. Now the legend has it that in that room there's some certain stories that many times front desk agents have reported the phone ringing to the front desk. When the Lilac Room is not rented, they answer, but no one is there. So essentially, they get called from that room. No one, no one, no one's there. There was one guy who had turned down the bed to find screws in between the sheets. The front desk apologized and offered to have housekeeping change the sheets. The man left for dinner, and housekeeping changed the sheet, and his supervisor checked him carefully. Upon his return, the gentleman once again found screws in his sheet. He was then moved to another room. I am not sure what that has to do with that. Anything, the screws doesn't say. It says that many men often have trouble with their keys in the Lilac Room. Gentlemen return to the front desk for a new key, and often an agent will have to accompany them to the open door. Paranormal teams have stayed in the Lilac Room to test for spirits. They've had varying reports. The Southeastern Michigan group reported some activity, but non-conclusive results. Northern Michigan actually had a paranormal group. They used a medium and took pictures of small white ball of light. The medium reported both a woman and two men. They said the woman's name was Mary Eleanor, and she was searching for her dog. The two men were angry and refused to speak to the medium. I don't know how much I believe mediums, but since 2003, there's been a marked decline in staff or guest reports of paranormal or unexplained circumstances in the Lilac Room. But we were at the bar, so we went to the 6th floor. This is again where we were staying. But there's a nice, awesome bar, the Crow's Nest, and we were ordering drinks, and the girl was like, "Oh, you guys staying here?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we're in the penthouse suite 611 or whatever." And she's like, "Oh, on the 6th floor. Like, have you guys heard anything?" And as a worker there, you have to like keep the legends going, so people like me tell the story. It's like, "Oh, we should stay at the Landmark." So anyways, she told us, she was like, "Oh, you should go to the basement." She's like, "I've been down there plenty of times, and I've heard and seen some crazy shit."
It's just
so we were fucking just blacked out. We were like, "Let's go." So we all got in the elevator.
Kick the door down. It's locked. It says private on it.
So we went into the elevator, and we're in the elevator, and I pressed the B button, and we're like going down, and the fucking elevator opens up, and we're expecting like this dirty old rundown like janitor's closet.
It's just a lobby.
You open it up to a vending machine.
We literally
ice maker.
We literally open it up, and it's like this beautiful like other like dining hall like set for like another wedding, maybe that was like the next day or something.
The wedding.
But we were
That's
like
still creepy, dude.
But we were like, what the fuck? So we walked around, and we didn't even know if we were allowed to be down there. But she was like, "Yeah, you're allowed to go down there. Just don't do anything stupid." So we were like opening doors and like looking around, and
that's like Overlook Hotel vibes, like The Shining.
You get down to the basement, the elevator doors open up, and there's like 6 chandeliers, and they're all just swinging, and there's nobody in the room.
So we tried to investigate, didn't see anything, and
I think it's funny the idea of like a bunch of blackout drunk people like investigating. Like, you guys are like, "What the fuck's going on down here?"
Yeah, and I was like joking around with Nick, like, what if we were like wasted in the hallway, and like we look up, and there's like the Lilac girl sitting there, and we're like, "Look at this bucket bitch. Who's this?" Huh? Like, just fucking wasted.
Or you're just drinking at the bar with ghosts. Like, there's a bar down there with people.
Yeah, and then you go to the front desk.
Those are cool.
You go to the front desk next morning. You're like, "Wow, that bar down there is crazy." Like, "Oh, there's no bar down there." Well, the people were friendly. You guys are the only ones down there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool, and I really wish I would have like asked, because there was a guy cleaning that 604, and I walked by and I saw that they had like lilac flowers like on the paper, like on the wall, like with their wallpaper and stuff. And I wanted to so badly ask him like, "Hey, do you ever, has anything ever happened?" But knowing the employees there, they'd be like, "Yeah, dude, I see shit all the time." I'm just trying to get.
Come back, please. I'd love a job.
Yeah, some fucking bitch took my cell phone last night.
But the other story, just one more, I guess, at the Crow's Nest at that top bar, there was a lady that was at the bar and saw another lady sitting down at one of the tables eating, and her dress was like getting lifted or like pulled out. And so the girl was like freaking out, like nudged her husband. The husband saw, then like the girl asked her, like, they didn't do anything about it. They just like freaked out. So then they went to the bartender and told the bartender like, "Oh, that lady's dressed. Like, did you see that? Like, what the fuck's going on here?" And the bartender looked, and the girl was wearing like a lilac colored skirt or whatever. and the bartender like dropped her glass and like called off the rest of the day or something like that.
What?
That's pretty
Yeah,
creepy.
that was another story from that place. So I told Nick, I was like, let's go pick some fucking lilacs. Come up, go up there.
I got a fucking lilac bush in my front yard.
So, but other than that, it was just, my God, a lot of beer, a lot of food. Just, oh my gosh.
It's a good wedding though, man. Like,
It was a lot of
not
fun.
not full of fucking people, not overwhelming, you know.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that like the weddings like that aren't fun, you know,
Yeah.
but like a low key kickback.
Aaron,
Kinda
are you disconnected at all? I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Good. You guys remember those commercials?
Good. What the fuck else is going on then?
Turn the heat up a little.
Did you already talk about Aaron's Dirto Turdo?
No, nope.
How was your dude? Happy birthday, dude.
Yes, thank you.
Aaron's
Chris covered all bases. He got me the day before, the day of, and
the day after. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And I was like, dude, it was like the day 2 of me wishing you happy birthday. I'm like, whatever, fuck it, bro. Happy birthday.
It'll be Tony's birthday. He'll wish me a happy birthday too.
Oh my
Christmas,
gosh.
hey, happy birthday, man.
Happy fucking birthday, then. How was the party? Your late? Did Amelie throw a party for you?
Yeah, big
Nice.
big bash. I cooked all the food like in true
Classic.
fashion.
Classic.
I do
Yep.
it like every other birthday. I just cook
No,
it.
I'll be cooking.
Yeah, we were gonna get it catered, and then I was like, no, let's just do this. It'll be way cheaper and way more fun. So then I like stressed out for 72 hours before the party and everything. But no, it was good. I did the Hot Ones challenge. Like she surprised me and had me do like a Hot Ones challenge.
Nice.
She's got the video. I don't know if she's like gonna post it or just keep it, but yeah. What's up?
What was your top Scoville?
Oh,
You know?
I don't know. Literally tasted it, and they're like, "Oh, what's it taste like?" And I was like, "It tastes like I like put a 9-volt, like a handful of 9-volts on my tongue." There was no. It didn't. She got some of the hot sauce from the Hot Ones site, and
Nice.
It was just, oh my gosh, it was brutal. Extra mean green hot sauce. Pucker.
Did
butt.
you get the bomb?
Yeah, dude. Any Mad
No,
Dog 357?
We didn't get any of that, and I don't know if she was going easy, but she got a couple of.
Yeah, she probably got you like the pussy version.
I hope so, because I literally.
Oh no, I'm dead ass serious,
This is-
dude.
this
That's-
is gonna
Dude,
be
the
a-
real version would have fucking like train wrecked your night, dude. It
you'd
would
be
have,
fucked
and
still.
I'm sure my boy had heartburn. Did you?
Ooh.
So people like there were doctors there. Ryan and Rachel were there, so
Where's the
they
medical
they
professional?
handed me a handful of Pepsid right away, and actually the last one was so hot that I actually because I had all this like stuff for tacos there, so I
Yeah.
had like sour cream, and I just literally went in the bathroom and gargled sour cream.
Oh my god.
No joke. I was mixing water and sour cream and like
Wow.
swishing around my mouth and spitting it out to like kill the heat because I was like, and I mean it could have like ruined my night totally, but it didn't.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would have. If like Molly did that, was that a surprise? Did you know that was
Yeah,
happening?
I had
or
no
oh,
idea.
okay.
Like,
You
I
had no
walked-
idea what was happening.
Correct.
I would
no
have
clue.
respectfully declined that
Dude.
challenge. If Molly would have done that to me, I'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
It's your fucking birthday. You can't.
Well, that's the thing. I had to take it, and I love spicy stuff. But here's what I learned about myself. I love everything evenly spicy. Like I like ice cream spicy. Like everything has to have a little bit of spice in it. But I don't like everything all at once because I like to use a lot of hot sauce. That's the problem. I don't like just a few dabs to get heat. I like just like the vinegary, like
Same.
evenly spicy. So I'll just like glug on like Frank's Hot, Red Hot, or like Tapatio or Cholula, any of that.
Ooh.
Douse it in it. So I like it's kind of hot over like because I use a lot of it. But anyways,
But like the flavor, I like a
Flavor
more
has to be there.
flavorful hot sauce than
correct.
a
Yeah, it
burn
needs to
your
be able to
fucking
taste good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ruin your
The last one that I had, the mean green pucker butt, whatever that was called, I took half. She had them on boneless wings, which I also was like, come on, hot
Those
ones,
aren't
it's
wings.
bone in. So, anyways, it was on a nugget. I bit half the nugget and I threw the other half on the plate. I was like, it didn't.
and it
taste
melted through the plate.
It did. Well, it didn't taste like pepper at all. That's the problem. It didn't taste like hot sauce. It just was instant. My tongue like went numb.
And it's
And I
sorbic
just started
acid.
sweating. It was bad. So, but anyways, yeah, I had a lot of good friends came out that I haven't seen in a while. I committed myself to another backpacking adventure with my buddy Nolan. Saw some guys from the music industry. Amelie's friends, my friends. It was good. It was a good time. It's always funny because I always tell you guys stories about how I went out in the bars in Grand Rapids and ran into Dave Chappelle and got like drunk with my friends or something like that. You guys you never get wasted with us, that sort of thing.
I forgot about that.
And this was the opposite. You guys weren't here, and I think if you guys would have been here, I would have probably been in the hospital.
True.
And
We would have been chugging that bottle of mean
Dude,
green.
yeah.
Dude, I would have downed that shit.
The worst thing, dude, is that you can't Irish exit your own fucking birthday either.
I
Like,
did.
if we're there- Oh.
I didn't Irish exit. No, we were
You just
sitting
went
around
to
a
bed?
fire, and I was because that morning I got up at like 8 a.m. and I was up with Luis and Nathan till like 3 a.m. We were like playing Call of Duty and like drinking, and we ordered a 20-inch pizza like the night before, like a giant thing, crushed the whole thing, and so I
Guys
was up
being
super
dudes.
up super late the night before. Then Saturday, the day of the party, I was up at 8 putting on the meat for like in the crock pots for I did carnitas in the crock pot. So
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
I didn't get much sleep. So midnight rolled around, everyone's like having a good time around the fire, and I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. Peace. What?
Damn, Chris.
What, dude?
Holy
You don't
fuck.
have your nice mic to fucking mute that out, do you?
That was the perfect like in between breaths, like waiting for the
Oh my
perfect
God.
moment. Nobody was saying anything.
I wasn't sure if it was a shart, so I was like hesitant. I was letting it out a little bit. I was trying to be modest.
So anyways, I don't know where this podcast is going, but I got a little bit longer of a story about my day today that is absolutely fucked up. So if we
No,
want
this-
to
No,
we
yeah,
want to
this
segue
is
to something else.
no,
then
we
let's
we
do it,
don't.
and then
This is
I'll-
really just like a kind of like an updated just riffing episode. I mean, we don't have like that much material riveting stuff. So if you have something that can boost and
All right, long-winded story time. This one's going to be a little bit more directed than my birthday. So
Okay.
at work today, I walked into the front office. My service manager was gone, or he was like gone doing something. Property manager was gone. The saleswoman was at the front desk, and she was on the phone. So I went and sat down, was checking my emails at this table around the corner. And this woman, we had talked about her in a previous episode, the girl with the piss jugs, like the they had the milk jugs that filled the water. So that's the woman's
Piss
mom.
jugs, Ricky.
But so the girl walks in with her boyfriend, and she's like, "Hey, I see the property manager isn't here. I just want to make a complaint." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." And I already know where this is going, kind of. So I just put on like my best game face here, and just like sat there and listened as she bitched for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And she was complaining about she has like very bad allergies, which I can attest, right? I know bad allergies, but she was complaining about artificial scents. She came in and her boyfriend had an air freshener, like a little plug-in Glade thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody from work listens to this, I'm absolutely screwed and 100% fired. Kind of worth it. But anyways, I won't say her name. So
Hold on, dude. So she's complaining about her boyfriend to you.
No. Her and her boyfriend are in the front office with me, right?
Okay,
And
okay.
Just pay attention.
they have a Glade plug-in thing in their hand, and she's complaining, saying all this stuff about like, I have terrible allergies and artificial scents. Like, when I smell artificial scents, I black out, and it's a trip to the emergency room. And this isn't the first time I've heard this. So I said, yes, so and so. I'm very well aware that we can't put air fresheners in there. None of us have put those in there today. I went in your building for an unrelated reason to like put in an ice maker in somebody's refrigerator. And so I was like, none of us have put that in there. I was like, we can send out an email to other residents, blah, 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 to make sure that air fresheners don't get put in there. And so he goes on then to tell me, so after the whole ambulance blacking out thing, he proceeds to tell me, he's like, yeah, I carry around an EpiPen just in case I smell like Febreze. And I was like,
What?
I was like, it gets way worse. This is just the start. So I noticed like, he also is like wearing a U.S. Marine Corps hat.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, I don't know if you're really living up to your motto here.
Complaining about.
No, people have ailments, 100%. I get it. But if you're gonna really tell me that an air freshener is gonna send you to the ER, I'd like to see it.
While she's holding it, telling you about it.
So that's the kicker. So they leave, and I'm like, man, that was crazy. And I think to myself, they pulled one over on me. He apparently needs an EpiPen for these things. He's holding it in his hand, pulled it out of his pocket, gave it to me, and then I look outside, and this is also hilarious. He drives a Prius, and so due to the U.S. Marine Corps hat, walks out of a Prius. By all means, great fuel economy. I get it. Walks out,
Great
hands
car.
me this thing, and tells me he needs an EpiPen for it. I'm like, dude, you just drove with her in the car, who apparently blacks out from these things too. Were you guys on like a suicide mission? You're just gonna black out on the highway with a Glade plug-in in your pocket? Like, what are you doing?
And your fucking can of tuna on wheels. Like,
yeah. So then it gets even worse, right? So then we get a work order in, refrigerator's out, and I'm like, what? I was like, oh, that's a pretty serious issue. Who is it? It's so and so that just came in complaining.
Oh my gosh.
it's full of EpiPens.
Yeah. And so I'm like, am I being like baited here? Like, what's the deal? And they're very nice people, but I'm starting to wonder the intent here. So I drive my golf cart over to their building, and in front of the front entryway, not like inside the building yet, is a smashed Glade plug-in, glass and like the scent all over the place. And I'm like, all right, I'm like being lured into this apartment. At this
Aaron
point.
walks in and he stabs the EpiPen in his temple.
So I'm like, well, what the hell? So I get my service manager. I'm like, dude, I think something fishy's going on here. So I'm like, this had to have been them that smashed it, right? And they're very like nice, like church going people, but they're a little bit off, I think.
Yeah.
So anyways,
First calling people. Yeah.
so I clean up all the stuff.
Because they go to church.
Clean up all the stuff, and she had complained, like, she said not even if the Glade plug-in is plugged in, if it's just sitting out in the common area, it is enough to like send her to the hospital. So I was like, okay, like
Not in the Prius.
I gotta do yeah, correct. So I'm like, I gotta do my due diligence here. So I walk into the building, I go to the front door, I knock. She comes to the door and says, hey, and I'm like, hey, your fridge is out, whatever. So she's like, yeah, and I'm like, tell you what, let me take off my shoes. Somebody smashed a Glade air freshener in the thing, and I know you're sensitive to smells. I said this to her, and she's like, oh, no, that's fine. We actually threw that out there, and I guess it must have broke. And it was like, I'll have to post it to the Twitter, but it was shattered. It was like exploded everywhere.
They gronked it, dude?
Yeah, gronk spike for sure. So I go in the apartment, and I walk through to get to the kitchen, and so I'm turning around the corner, and across from the fridge is an island, and on the island is like a handgun in a holster with like an extra clip in like the clip holster thing, and
Holy
like
shit.
the full belt on the thing, and it's directly across. Like, I'm sitting this far away from my laptop, and the gun is like from me to the laptop away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah. So I was like, this is gonna, like, right after my 30th birthday, I'm gonna get gunned down by some guy and his allergic girlfriend. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So I start working on the fridge and find out the fridge is toast. Like, we can't fix it. We got a spare one in the shop. So I go get Dom. We bring a new fridge up. And while we're opening up this new fridge in her apartment, she's like, oh, is there handles on it? There's handles you can put on it, right? I'm like, mind you, this woman is like 24, 25, boyfriends, 26, 28, somewhere in there. They're young. She's like, there's got to be a handle you attach, right? But it's one of those refrigerators with like the recessed handle that's on the top. It's just like a little pocket. We're like, nope, it's recessed, recessed handle. That's all it is. And she's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to open that with my shoulder. And I'm like, I'm starting to like lose it here. I'm like, I'm trying not to laugh because this is just so astounding. And then we're like taking all the tape off on the inside, and she's like transferring all of her stuff from the old fridge to the new fridge. And she's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And her boyfriend's like, what are you talking about? She's like, oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm so tired. I think I'm going to bend into this fridge and hit my head because the fridge shelves are different. She's like having having to like relearn how to use a refrigerator.
Wow.
And then my service manager was with me. He's like in there. She's like, oh, can we move the shelf? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. She's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. So he gets in there and is like moving around shelves and stuff. She's like, oh, the crisper drawer's in the wrong place. And I'm like, these are not like rich uppity people.
Yeah.
At least to my knowledge.
Well, they got a free fridge, dude. They're fucking balling on.
I know, brand new fridge, brand new refrigerator, and you're like, oh, there's no handles. I'm like, you didn't even know you were getting this. We just determined that we didn't want to like call an emergency like appliance guy out to come and fix this. We're giving you a brand new one that's gonna stay in your apartment. It's yours.
And now I'm gonna slam your head in the door.
Yeah. So I couldn't believe it. Every step of the way there was a turn, a twist, and I just was like, I'm gonna die today for sure. This is like the last thing I'm gonna remember. And
you're like setting it up. You just feel the gun on the back of your head. He's like, you put that fucking air freshener.
No, and this is the first time I've been in people's apartments where there's guns unholstered. There's just like loose ammo everywhere, and I've never felt uncomfortable. But these people were so bizarre. I was actually concerned for my safety. I was like, they're kind of like hovering over me as I'm like behind the refrigerator. I pulled it out from the wall and was like behind it, and they're like kind of whispering and shuffling around and stuff. And eventually they moved the gun without like making note of it verbally. They moved it into the other room, and I was like, why the hell would you put that? That's the one place that I'm going in your apartment to fix something, is right in front of the fridge. That's where the gun was. I was like, are you trying to send some sort of message?
Yeah.
Really
no more
weird.
fucking Glades, dude. Only in their Prius. Dude, what if you felt like a gun, like you're working on the fridge, and you feel like cold steel on the back of your head? And he's like, he's like, I'm gonna pull the fucking trigger, and all of a sudden, click, and a needle from an EpiPen stabs you in the back of the neck. Oh,
then I got a shot of epinephrine. Then I can fight back, dude.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
supposedly a trained Marine. And the thing is, he had his arms crossed. This is so bad, and I'm tearing this guy down personally. He had his arms crossed like this, and he had his like fingers out like very, and he had perfectly like I mean I'm disgusting. I'm 30 years old. I still bite my fingernails. Terrible habit. But his were perfectly clipped, very soft. Like he looked like he just
showing them off.
But it was his hand, and just the way he crossed his arms, I was like, "You're in the Marine Corps, dude." Like
maybe he's a Marine supporter.
You're like,
you know?
No, because on the back of his Prius, I saw it when I walked out. It said Michigan veteran. And by all means, all respect to that guy if he served. But I know tons of Marines that would never put a stink up over a Glade plug-in.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like that's not to serve and protect.
Yeah. That's too.
That's not Semper Fi, right?
Oh my God.
What are you doing? Seriously.
Come on, dude.
I was like disappointed. You know, I was like, really? Like you're fighting for our country and you're gonna make us think over Glade plug-in?
Yeah, he obviously forgot once a Marine, always a Marine. You know, sometimes those things fade.
I guess so. But.
And of course, the first thing you got to deal with after, shitting out lava and
Monday,
all the stuff you had to
Monday
go through this
hauling a refrigerator up stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
Yeah, no kidding.
But anyways, so that's my soapbox about work today. Just a huge disaster.
Nice, dude.
You guys have Chris or Dylan? You guys have any stories from the weekend or?
Dylan's gonna tell me about his friend who drives a Prius that he knew from the Marines.
Shut up, yeah. There's a guy who actually. My buddy was complaining to me about some fucking asshole with a beard that works at.
Said he just had his 30th birthday.
I don't know one person with a Prius.
Especially from the Marine Corps, dude. That dude's a unicorn. Dude from the Marine Corps, manicured nails, and a Prius. What happened?
Marinicorn.
A Marine.
Yeah, he could have got that hat from like Goodwill or something too.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. And I was kind of tempted to tell the story because I don't want to feel like I'm not like a military supporter, but like I just.
Yeah, wow. Aaron doesn't support the troops.
You don't support the troops, bro?
There's just something about.
Fuck the troops, dude.
No, dude. Not
Just
at all.
kidding, bro.
But yeah, just astounding. I told my roommate, I told the story like to 8 people. I was just so dumbfounded by the whole thing. I'm like, how did this even happen to me today?
That's funny.
I almost died today.
Worse.
I almost died today.
Yeah,
Could be way worse.
it's true.
I could have got a manicure from the Marine in his Prius. That could have been worse.
With an EpiPen.
With an EpiPen.
All right, the EpiPen's getting old.
Everybody's getting old.
Yeah. I sang for a metal band yesterday. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Do you actually sing or you just scream?
Scream. Just scream.
Is that the same?
No. I just say sing because other people. No. Oh yes, I do. I think
there are lyrics. Believe it.
There are lyrics.
No,
yeah.
That's a question. Like, is that considered singing?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're using your mouth to project words at loud volumes, I guess, to music.
Syllables.
So am I singing right now?
No, you're talking. Because there's no music going on.
Oh, there's music in my head.
Roasted them, dude.
Acapella. I'm just kidding. How'd that go though? Honestly, how'd you meet those guys?
Dude, I used to play. Remember, I played with them before I joined the army like 7 years ago. I was the bassist.
Were they called the same thing?
They're called Baghdad back then. Yeah. But now they're called Torture Whore. Check them out on YouTube. If anybody likes metal, probably not a lot of our listeners, but
Dan Schoberline's like putting it in his
yeah.
He's putting the URL in right now.
Yep. It's nothing serious, just jamming with some dudes, helping them learning their songs, trying to work them out so I can learn them. So
yeah, I saw that guy had a Dimebag V and he was wearing like Red Wing boots and you guys were in a garage. I was like, yeah, that's metal for sure.
Dude, yeah. And the fucking 5-string basses, arpeggios, just like nonstop shredding the whole time. It was fucking crazy. I've never seen like people play instruments at that caliber, like other than you shredding.
Oh, I couldn't keep up with those guys. I know that.
But these guys, like the rhythm guitarist is playing and holding the song together the whole time, but they shred like against each other the entire time. It's fucking nuts. It really is.
That's sweet.
It's a different cadence though, screaming like to that kind of music. It's like not what I'm used to, so it takes a while to figure it out, but it's pretty cool.
The first show will be at Kuwait Casino and
yeah,
they have like there's like a metal route that these guys go on in like Milwaukee and Green Bay and shit and play with a bunch of other bands. I told them I'm not really interested in going on tour and playing shows because I'm a dad and shit, you know.
Local though for sure, dude.
I mean, if they schedule something fucking 6 months out at the VFW, I'm in. Yeah. You know, I'm in. Or Krusty's bar, maybe.
Go over to Sue and play a college, like a Lake Superior State frat house.
I don't know, man. There's not a lot of people around here who like that kind of music. It's hard to be in that. There's no scene for it. Yeah. Like in Marquette, there's some. In Houghton, there's like a hardcore scene, but not really this way. So it's pretty interesting.
I mean, it gets a little rough because you're in a smaller area. Just in general, the UP.
Yeah, population density, you know.
Like if it's not like fucking Luke Bryan or fucking Nickelback, you probably aren't going to be very popular.
Sleazy money, you know.
Sleazy money, dude.
I'll try to book them at Stubbs. Yeah,
respectfully, that would be crazy, dude. That would be crazy as fuck. They would do it too.
How about at the Ontonagon Theater Performing Arts?
Oh my gosh.
What about the Booster Bonanza?
Thumb through the lyrics and maybe you won't want
Dude,
them.
you guys should play Pat's Foods.
I'm looking for a Denny's or something.
Hey,
like
it's under new management. You might let it happen.
Slam.
Fucking Denny's.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
That is one of the
moshing.
Did I send you guys a picture of that? That was like it was like a YouTube still from that YouTube video, and it was like they did it in like a painting. Did I show you guys?
No, I don't think so.
It was like a painting of that scene. That guy saying that.
Dude, did you hear the whole story, the backstory behind? Did we already talk about this? I feel like we talked about this already.
I don't know. We're you got
about the Denny's
22.
guys?
Yeah, did we talk about the Denny's band?
I don't know. I don't think
Denny's
so.
Grand Slam.
No.
Okay, so basically the Denny's was shutting down for good.
Okay, that sounds familiar now.
Yeah, and they were like, one of the guys knew the guy who was the manager and was like, "Hey, since you're shutting down, can we play a hardcore show here?" And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I don't care."
That's
and there's
so funny.
There's a full set on YouTube. Like they thrash the place up. It's pretty fucking
throwing
sweet.
the tables through the window.
Plates of eggs and sausage. There's like an old couple like drinking coffee
eggs over
at like
there
2 a.m.
They're flinging eggs over my hammies everywhere.
Holy fuck.
Nickel like that one.
Yeah, I will. And speaking of Nick and you talked about Nickelback. So I made a slideshow. I think I showed you guys for the listeners. Yeah, I did it. So
oh my god.
Nick's wife's mom asked me to make a slideshow, and I was like, of course, yeah, like, just send me the pictures and I'll make it for you. So I'm sitting there making the real one, and I'm like, oh God, like I think I'm gonna do it just because
the comedy creeping into your
yes,
work.
because I was like, if it was a big wedding and there'd
problem.
be like hundreds of people there, I wouldn't have done it. But I was like, it's just gonna be like 12 people. So I was like, let's just, I don't want to like, embarrass anybody or whatever. So I made another slideshow that I showed first, and it was literally the picture. What's the guy's fucking name, dude? What's the lead singer of Nickelback?
Chad Kroger.
Chad Kroger.
Chad Kroger. The
How could you
fucking
forget?
picture of him with the picture frame in the beginning of Photograph and the music video.
Zing, zing, zing,
Look at this photograph. Well, I fucking edited the photograph or the picture frame. So
like the Snapchat filter.
Picture of Nick and Ani inside the picture frame, and it was fucking Chad Kroger holding it with that song playing. And so I was like, I set
How long did you let the song go?
It was like 10 seconds, but it was like 4 seconds of like black, and then just the picture appeared and the music started playing. It was perfect. But what had happened was I had set Molly and I's projector up in the restaurant because we were in like the back corner where it was secluded, like no one could see us. It was we were in between the cooks and the other part of the restaurant. So I set the projector up, and Nick and Ani had no idea this was gonna happen. So when everyone walked into the restaurant and saw the projector, Nick was like, what's that? And so we order everything, and then I was like, okay, it's time now. So I go and I set it up, and I'm like, okay, I was like, Ani's mom, Mo, she had me, make a slideshow for you guys. So I just want to, I know this is my gift to you guys. And I just fucking
oh my God, dude.
Look at this
hook, line, and sinker.
And everyone just started laughing, and I was like, But my like worst of the week or whatever. So I made the slideshow, and the first fucking thing that pops up was Nick and Ani, and then the date they got married. I got the date wrong.
The date wrong, yeah. Classic.
It was the 23rd, and I had it on the 24th. And of course, Ani's sister, like right away, she's like, that's the wrong date. I was like, you shut the fuck up.
Get her out of here. Security.
This is my brother. This is my show.
That was funny as shit.
It would have been funny, like we talk about how when you fucking pull up your browser, how to like have crazy links up.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Like before you have the slideshow, just have like a bunch of bonkers fucking links up.
Holy shit. That was so good. Shout out to Chad Kroger.
Congrats to Nick, I guess. I mean, being married's cool. It's all right.
Yeah, we were just, all weekend, just like hour before the wedding, we're like, it's not too late.
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
too late.
Classic.
It's the classic.
I could not believe it when was it John Shiner, like before outside before your wedding, Tony? He was like, he gave you a hug, and he was just like, you just made the biggest mistake of your life.
yeah. But it was funny because at the end of the night, then the night of the wedding, because the wedding was at like 2, and this was after dinner, and we were all like pretty drunk, and so they had to sign the papers. And even after the ceremony, Nick was like, should I do it?
Oh my God. At his own wedding. What a savage, dude.
It was so fucking funny. And like Luke had to sign it, and we were like, don't do it, Luke. And
Don't make it real.
Even Molly and I had to drop off like the papers at the courthouse today, and he texted me and he was like, hey, did you take care of that stuff today? And I was like, what stuff?
Yeah, I shredded it for you.
I was like, you're not actually married.
Just
so I destroyed the evidence.
All of us go pretty far for the bid, I feel like, but he is just undying till the very last moment. Yeah, unbelievable.
Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
So good. He's gonna.
I got in trouble. I got in trouble when I got married because I was like I think I said something like, "I'm gonna need to wear wool socks on the way there." Feet are so
cold feet.
It's so fucking cold right now.
I told Nick, I said, "Hey, at least Ani wasn't late to your wedding." Remember Molly? Remember at mine?
Yeah.
That was a little bit on me. That was.
Yeah, I know. I said that
pretty
actually.
much fully on me.
I said that. I was like, well, actually, the priest fucking asked Aaron to go out and see if they're ready, and he comes back. He's like,
ready?
"Yep, we're good."
Yep, fire it off.
And then we get out there.
We get out. I had no way to know that
on the altar, and Molly and all the bridesmaids and stuff weren't even there yet.
They're at the house next door.
So we're sitting there, and the guy playing the piano, who was actually like really good friends with my whole family, like was like playing, and he got
played
to
all of Piano Man twice.
and he kept looking
Wait.
down, and I was like doing like the go for it on 4th down, and I was like, come on, keep going, and everyone was looking around like, oh, she's not showing up.
I just remember like muttering jokes and Dylan being behind me going, Chris, shut the fuck up right now. Shut the fuck up.
I remember who was behind me? Who was behind me?
Maybe
I was
Liz.
behind you.
Was
I
it
thought it was behind you.
Oliver? No, who was it?
I don't
Anyways.
remember, dude.
I think I remember just smiling and looking down the aisle, and I was like, "Yeah, just keep fucking smiling."
Yeah, smile,
Yeah,
smile,
yeah,
keep
go on
smiling.
with that, uh-huh.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, she's coming. She's just late.
I should have pulled
and then
you
I
aside
was
and be
like,
"Hey, dude, I fucked up."
and then I was like, oh God.
Yeah, that was which in hindsight I had no way. He was just like, "Hey, is everybody ready?" And I was like, "I'll go out and look." I went out and looked. I didn't even go all the way to the end. Talk to your
You
mom.
just
Talk
looked
to
out the-
anybody.
out the
Couldn't
door.
see
Yep.
anybody that looked like they're in a bridal party. Yep, fire it. Go ahead.
We're ready. We're fucking ready. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah, exactly, dude. In a Catholic
So to keep the tradition going a little bit, we do have some national holidays for
I cannot imagine.
today. It is well, of course, Tuesday, September 27th, almost to October, which we have some plans maybe for a Halloween episode that should be coming up soon. But national holidays today: World Tourism Day. A shout
I know
out
a little bit
to
about that.
the pasties and everything. National Chocolate Milk Day. This is probably the biggest one
Hell yeah,
for me. Yeah, I love me some chalky milk.
dude.
National Crush a Can Day. Doesn't say anything about
Hey,
nothing on the head. So, but I guess
Yeah.
it's supposed to do with
Doesn't have to
recycling.
be a
So,
beer can.
so fuck that holiday. We don't recycle here.
oh, Abel just crushed a bunch of cans. Dude.
Dude,
My boy just crushes cans every day. Any beer can you finish?
I remember when we were at your garage. He
Dude,
was
that's
just like
10 cents.
he's just taking them out of the garbage, just smashing all of them.
With his head, dude.
Lucky my dad wasn't there. National Scarf Day today, which is unfortunate because the temperatures here, at least in the UP, are dropping.
Oh yeah, I put the shorts.
Is that scarf or like scarf?
Good Lord.
Scarf,
like, 'cause
scarf food? Or
I like to scarf food. Do like good scarfing.
for you.
Oh, yeah.
For you, it's food related.
Yeah, happy scarfing day.
And the last one is National No Excuses Day. So you can't have any excuses today. Own up, be a man.
be a man. Don't let anybody ruin your day. Be a man and ruin it yourself.
Gosh. So now that we have gotten those out of the way, we have an idea for Halloween. Aaron, you brought it up today, which, if you think about it, that's only like maybe a couple episodes away, like Halloween, the Halloween episode. But we were thinking of kind of doing something similar to the 21st birthday. And if you have a story, like a paranormal story, anything that happened to you, could be something really small that you think was paranormal, or, if you know of somebody, it doesn't have to be personal experiences, but at least it's something that you have heard. That'd be really cool. We'll tweet about it
For sure.
Especially if you
maybe
know
throughout the whole month of October, but
Dig
especially if you
deep.
especially if you know anybody. If this is like a shout out, I don't know who listens to this podcast. We still don't even know who our listener base is unless they directly tell us. But anyways,
Right.
if you live in Michigan and you know somebody in the Lower Peninsula that has been attacked by or followed by or scared by one of those clowns, like that was like circa 2013, 2014,
Yeah.
and just like clowns like robbing liquor stores and stuff. If you know anybody that has experienced that, please tell them to email us, because that would be
Definitely.
crazy to have that on.
Or,
the podcast.
not only can we have to do like paranormal or, getting attacked by the clowns or anything like that, but if you have a Fox Night story of your own, we talked about
yeah.
that, of course, on an
Tell us all
episode
your
already.
crimes.
But, if you call it Devil's
yeah.
Night, Fox Night, tell us everything you've done that was illegal, eggs, TPing, all that jazz. But we have some things coming up, though, like next week. I don't know if it's going to be next episode or the episode after that, but Oliver, my brother, is done walking thousands of miles.
For you.
Tried to get him on this week, but it just didn't work out. So hopefully next week we can get him on. He can talk about everything that happened. There are some stories actually that he was telling me this past weekend that are pretty crazy. But I need to set him up with some questions. And if you guys have a question like that you want to ask him prior to it, just message me or whatever. But yeah. Sure. And then we also have Dan Schoberline. That is coming in the next few weeks. I don't know if you guys even know this, Aaron. I know I was talking a little bit about you, but I saw on Facebook, this was like a month ago or maybe 2 months ago, but of course, Dan is a FedEx driver and he was out on the job. I don't know the story at all, but I saw that FedEx posted something on Facebook and gave Dan Schoberline
gave him the Purple Heart.
The Purple Heart of FedEx drivers. Yeah. Dan, I guess, saved a guy's life when he was out on the job. I don't know again how he did, what the story is, but I guess he was delivering something at
gonna get the story
like a camp or something. Yeah, but we're gonna get the story. We're gonna get him on. He's gonna talk about that, not only the saving of life, but like what that meant for FedEx, what he received, or if he was, in like a big conference call and got, appreciated by the employees or something. Big wigs, corporate. But that story is coming in a couple weeks.
We'll do a little award ceremony for him on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him a ribbon or a bow or something.
Yeah,
something in on a round of Keno.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, dude. Maybe we gotta do something special for that hero.
Two numbers. We'll give him two numbers.
That's right.
$6 buy-in though. I mean, if you're doing two numbers, you gotta
quarter.
You gotta come up.
And of course, you guys owe me money? Yeah, we do. I was gonna say, if we want to go double or nothing tonight. In this
I tried to find your Venmo, Dylan. I couldn't.
Another fight? No, dude. It's one of those things where you just.
I have
you keep a running tally till we hit episode 100, and then they got to pay out.
Don't put my code up.
And then it just goes. Then it just goes to claims.
IOUs for now, which is as good as money. Dylan's see this? 250,000. Might want to hang on to that one.
Oh, don't doxed.
He's doxing his own Venmo.
Dylan gets like
I'm gonna see
20 grand in the mail or in his Venmo.
Oh, dude, I can't.
Got her, Dylan.
Oh, did you actually?
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. Some people have iPhones, Tony.
Dude, shut up.
I have an iPhone. I still can't get it.
Just kidding, I couldn't get it. Just teasing.
All right, we'll just get it later. Shout out to YouTube.
Yeah, we just
won't
Dylan pay it for a while. We're good for it.
Do you take IOUs?
See you next.
250,000. You might want to hang out of that one. Oh, so speaking of Dumb and Dumber, this is kind of like the closeout story. Yeah. So we get to the penthouse. First day, we check in. We get up top, and it's really nice and stuff. And Liv and I go into like the master bedroom, and there's like this big bed, and we're all like looking around. We're like, holy shit, this is really nice. Looking out on the lake and stuff. And I get in the bed and I go, well, take it. Remember Dumb and Dumber when they get the hotel?
Yeah.
All the money. The guy's like, the Queen's Majesty stayed here and had a big influence on the art. He's like bouncing on the bed. We'll take it.
Sail, you dumbass.
Then we found robes. We found robes. We found robes in the closet and wore them and went on the bed. I'm gonna post that on our Twitter.
Should have stolen them.
Robes. Why were there robes? Like bathrobes or like?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like druidic ritual.
Yeah, there was a jacuzzi that was very nice actually.
Was there a bidet?
Robes.
No, I wish.
Right. Yeah. Right in the UP.
That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Well, my ass.
Yeah.
Some logger going there.
So you can fucking jerk off in there.
All right. High pressure. No, I need a.
Just
I don't know
pressure washing your prostate.
Some clippers and clip that fucker off my ass. I don't know. I don't know. We're still thinking about what to do here, but
dude,
it is going down though. Yeah, and it was weird because it actually had the inflammation has come down after the weekend. I'm not sure how, but me and Nick shit probably 16 times total just between the two of us in one day. Like we both shit like 8 times in a day.
Take some stool softener, bro.
It was wild.
Actually, stool softener might kill you, Tony. I think it really would.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good today though. Like I thought today was gonna be because yesterday I didn't work today, so I drank yesterday too with Liv watching football. I was like, might as well keep her going.
Yeah, dude. UP restaurants though, seriously.
change their fucking
Take it
oil too.
Easy on the freaking butter and
Mm-hmm.
like you get like a salad that's just covered in peanut oil, just hot fryer oil.
Yeah, some of these diners are like, none of our food's good, so we just cover it in butter and
You
oil.
can't even taste it because you're fat. The fat just coats your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Then you might kill yourself all day.
I know it's not like just UP and it's a national chain, but like Red Lobster butter, dude, that shit is fucking crazy.
Dude,
Oh
it hits my
gosh.
tongue and it comes out my asshole.
You just take a big sniff and it. Talking shit again, huh? We're doing it.
We can't
Talking shit, dude. All right.
So I got to get. I was trying to make it so it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Shout out to the YouTube. Here we go.
What the fuck are we really doing?
Fellas.
Oh my.
Oh,
gosh.
really? Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Well, do you guys have any anything to talk about for the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds? That is our next draw. As we're going to keep this
fresh.
We're going to keep this tradition going. No, I'm pretty sure it's like constant, like like a live.
It will flush.
You have to see the last draw to get your next draw. So
I guess we can talk about numbers, I suppose, right? Because Aaron had the idea. I don't know if we said it on the podcast, but from here on out, we are going to play around a Redneck Keno to close things out.
1 round.
1 round every epi.
So that drawing just got done. I think I'm going to go with.
What do the blue ones mean?
I don't know what the blue ones, what those mean. I think the red ones
Democrat
might be the. I think the red ones might be the bonus.
Go on red or blue. Do we have to have either? Like,
No, it doesn't matter.
looks like we're looking at the voting polls.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
I'm gonna go with 66.
You're just like me. You pick a number in the most open space.
No, I could have done like 41 or 51,
I
75.
got 69.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a lot of
Fuck
numbers
you,
in that area,
Dylan.
so you pick the next one.
I wanted 69.
There's strategy here. I'm going.
Actually,
Strategery.
69 can be shared by 2 people.
What'd
No,
you
it
do,
can't.
Tony? You did 66.
Yep.
I'm doing 67.
Oh my gosh.
I did 69.
Chris, you might have to do 68.
Hey, dude. Are we playing until somebody wins or just 1 round?
Nope,
Rule of
just
law.
1 round.
I'm going with number 1.
1? I like that. All right, Chris.
Are these just so the winner gets $1?
5. Well,
5 from
We're
each.
doing 5 again.
oh yeah, let's do $1.
Every week we gamble.
Things
our
are kind
lives
of
away.
tight right now.
Well, if you didn't crush all your fucking beer cans, you could afford it.
True.
I
I
gotta
should
call
start
some-
saving my beer cans so I can play Keno once a week with you guys.
So Tony's at 66. I'm at 67. Dylan's 69, and Chris is 1.
I like
Fun.
it. I really do like the 1.
I'm just covering the spread.
Watch.
Ooh, quick NFL talk, I guess, while we wait too.
Oh, I haven't been watching.
Packers still
Much.
suck. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Pooped
Packers
out
won.
against the Bucks.
Same
Lions
Lions are
blew
looking
it.
good.
Same old
The
Lions.
Lions blew it.
God
And
damn, did they
and
blow
I,
it?
yeah, I think about the
They're-
episode
they're
on Hard
looking good.
Knocks.
They're looking
and-
good this year, though.
Yeah, they really are.
True, they are. But I was thinking about Hard Knocks where Dan Campbell's like, we need to close this shit out. We need to fucking finish it. Seal the fucking deal. It's like, you're not sealing the fucking deal, Campbell. They lost because you made a shit call.
Yeah, he has been kind of fucking up recently.
haven't-
But
they
man, they
definitely
look
don't-
good.
Went
They
4
do.
fourth down that many times.
Jamal Williams is looking all right. Say that.
Yeah, making us look bad. See him shaking his ass, dude.
Yeah.
I was getting bricked up watching that.
I had to turn the TV off.
All right, 5X. All right, here we go. 65. Oh my God. Are you shitting me?
I
Great.
cannot even believe this.
Great.
Yeah, the whole
9.
line. Hold on.
26.
Someone say 65?
Come on. No.
Mm.
No, I'm
60. Fuck. 72.
65.
There's not going to be another 60, is there? 12.
9, bitch.
Oh, dude, you're
51. God, 66. 66.
Oh.
32. Come on. 79.
Oh.
Fuck.
Mm.
17. Come on. 53. 27. Fuck, boys. 80. Come on.
Right here.
11.
Oh man, so close.
Chris, you got
29.
I'm getting bound.
23. There's a lot of 20s. I think this is the last one.
Oh,
69. There it was. Come on, one more. Damn it. All right, so
Dude.
this is what we'll do. We'll have, you know how I said the first episode
go
we did
again.
it?
We gotta go until there's a winner.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to carry it on to the next episode? So we go $2 next episode, and
Okay.
we'll, you know, if no one gets it,
Then you keep riching in the pot. We keep
right,
fattening it up.
right.
Okay.
And if the
I like
pot ever
that.
gets like crazy big, that'll be kind of exciting.
Yeah.
And we could do
For
if,
sure.
if the pot does get crazy big, and it's like $10 or $15 instead of having every
That's
single person
pretty big, dude.
paying 10 or 15, we'll just split it up between everybody.
gambling commission's gonna get a hold of us and be like,
Well, y'all
"Hey,
motherfuckers
you guys
still
are
owe me
gambling."
$5 each.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
dude,
That's
it's a
true.
new thing now. So like, I don't think that counts anymore. Actually.
I gotta hurry up
No.
and quit sharing my screen before I dox everybody. Like
That's our first game's grandfathered in.
No, dude.
Yeah.
That was just a trial game, and we were all drinking, so it was like $5, whatever, you know.
$5 will be on the way as soon as we're done here. Aaron, we can't hear you. Aaron?
Dash, is it dash
there we
3, Dylan? Is it dash 3, Dylan?
Dude, I don't
Fuck,
know.
dude, you're about to cash out $15. This is bullshit, dude. Bullshit. All right.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Shout out to the YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at FAF Hour. Again, on YouTube at Failure at its Finest Hour. We got some Twitter pictures coming up. You can see Liv and I on the roads. And look forward to some cool interviews coming up. Again, we got Liv and Dan Shoverline coming up very, very, very soon. But enjoy your week.
Realize that's backwards.
And give Dylan some money on Venmo.
There you go. Just
Got it. You should've
doxing
gotten that,
himself.
please.
Dude, I turned.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
I saw, dude. There was a dude ripping fucking pills in the back room one time.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
Oh yeah, side story. Remember when we drug all the equipment out of the basketball court behind that place and blew the lid off the town?
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
Penguin. It was Penguin. Nice. Another perfect round.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
Distinctively remember getting thrown to the ground when that first one blew up.